Keefe D said that the FBI told him that Sean Puffy Combs gave Eric Von Zip the $1 million for the murder of 2Pac Shakur and for shooting Suge Knight. If that's true, then how would the FBI know? Let's get into some of this straight game.
Life is like cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY Richardson. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Interestingly enough, the recent revelations in the Keefe D case, which involves the 77 times that Sean Puffy Combs' names were mentioned in the new filing, whether it was P. Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, all of the things that, all of the monikers that he was using as far as his artist name, as well as his legal name. What's interesting to me is there was a video that that Vlad did with Keefe D, and Keefe D says that when asked about the money and not receiving the money from Sean P. Diddy Combs, that the FBI had told him that Sean P. Diddy Combs gave the $1 million to Eric Von Zip. For whatever reason that is, my question is, how would they know? Did they lie to Keefe D? Or did they really have evidence corroborating the fact that Sean P. Diddy Combs did pay Eric Von Zip the $1 million in relation to that situation? And if so, then why wouldn't they arrest Sean P. Diddy Combs if they knew that, now that they have Keefe D in custody, who basically confessed that there was a meeting that happened in Los Angeles prior to anybody knowing anything about the payment once Keefe D had been arrested, if you understand what I'm saying. So when Keefe D got arrested, then they interrogated him. He did the proffer agreement. He's saying that the FBI told him that, well, Puffy gave the money to Zip, right? Now that they have Keefe D in custody, and Keefe D had basically told them the story behind the meeting at Greenblatt's, the one dealing with the proffer agreement. Also, he's mentioned this story numerous amount of times, as well as contacting Sean Puffy Combs after the situation, or being contacted by Sean Puffy Combs after the situation occurred, in which he said that Sean Puffy Combs asked them, was that us or was that y'all? And Keefe D replied, yes, right? So now that that's been revealed, Keefe D said on Vlad, the FBI told him that Sean Puffy Combs gave the money to Zip, the $1 million. Keefe D then went under oath in a proffer agreement and basically saying that, yeah, we met at Greenblatt's downstairs in the basement part of the restaurant. And, he said that he wanted these boys handled, meaning Suge and 2Pac. And, Keefe D said, hey, yeah, we'll wipe these dudes out quick or whatever. This is all Keefe D's testimony. And so with that being said, now I can understand why they would put Sean Puffy Combs' name in that new filing involving the murder of 2Pac Shakur 77 times. The question that I would have is, are they trying to get Keefe D, put the pressure on Keefe D, the little brown box coming into court, the testimony of Corey Edwards, if you will, corroborating the fact that Keefe D, he saw Keefe D in Vegas the night of the Mike Tyson Bruce Seldon fight. Also, the fact that Keefe D had admitted that he got rid of the gun. He also admitted all of these other things involving the situation, involving the murder of 2Pac Shakur, that he was the one that ultimately, said, let's go get these guys or whatever. He said he gave the gun to his nephew and all of these other things that he had said. So now, my question is the FBI or is the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department trying to put pressure on Keefe D or the DA basically to take a plea? And does that plea involve Sean P. Diddy Combs? Because that's what it seems like to me. It seems like they're moving in that direction. If Keefe D would take a deal, basically, if he would take a deal and they offered him a favorable deal, because I don't see, with all of the evidence that the district attorney in Las Vegas has presented so far, I don't see how Keefe D gets away scot-free for all of the things that he's mentioned and all of the new evidence that they presented and introduced in the case. And they have yet to introduce in the case as well as the witnesses. We don't know if they're going to make Foxy Brown testify, Corey Edwards, or any other people that we may not know of or information that we may not know of. And remember, Keefe D lawyers said that he needed 30 days. He needed 30 days, to basically figure out whether he was ready for trial in November. And so we're going to hear that. And they had 1 week basically to prove that the money, that Cash Jones was not a middleman, if you will, from that perspective. So, and, this a few days from now, we're going to basically find out whether that can be proven, or what I'm seeing is the person who actually put up the money is going to have to basically step up and say, hey, no, the money came from me. This is the source where the money came from, and they're going to have to be liable for that, because basically I understand what they're saying. If Cash Jones, WAC 100 is acting as a middleman, it doesn't give Keefe D that much reason to return back to court, if you will. You know what I mean? The $100,000, he's going to be on house arrest. And they feel like, well, yeah, he could still make a run for the border or whatever. I don't believe that would happen, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, we've seen some really crazy things in this case so far. So now, that's where we are now. But the bigger picture is the FBI telling Keefe D that Sean P. Diddy Combs gave the money to the $1 million to Eric Von Zip. My thing is, how does the FBI know that? Is it from confidential informant? Is it from telephone conversations? Is it from wiretaps? Is it from any of those other avenues that they possibly can get information from? But at the time, like I say, may he rest in peace, Eric Von Zip, he's passed away, so they really couldn't go after him. They tried when Keefe D went undercover, and with War Wire, they really didn't get the information or get Eric Von Zip to bite on, doing this drug deal or whatever have you. My question also is, if that were the case in Sean, well, let's put it like this. If Keefe D knew that he was due money from Eric Von Zip, when they went to New York and Keefe D wore the wire, why didn't Keefe D ask Eric Von Zip for his money right then and there? That's the biggest thing that has baffled me, if you will. Why did they need to go and create this drug situation, right? Where they're trying to get Eric Von Zip back in the drug game. Why couldn't he just be like, yo, you know what? I need the money. You know what I mean? I need my money. You know what I'm saying? From that perspective. And there's another thing. Well, okay, two. Then you go to the Peterson Automotive Museum. The night in Vegas. The night in California, right? At the Vibe Party. And earlier that day, Keefe D said he was at a celebrity basketball game with Sean Puffy Combs. My question is, did Keefe D ask Sean Puffy Combs for his money then? Later on that night at the Peterson Automotive Museum, basically, he says he saw Sean Puffy Combs there. And Puffy told him something like, you know, I'm hot, the feds is on me, you know what I mean, you know, whatever have you, and kind of shun Keefe D away, if you will, from that perspective. Did Keefe D have a chance to ask for his money then? That's always been the questions that I've asked myself. But like I said, when you go back to the Vlad video and Keefe D basically saying, hey, you know what? The feds told me that Sean Puffy Combs gave Zip $1 million, right? But knowing that you were owed and promised $1 million from the Greenblatt's meeting that Keefe D said happened, right? Why didn't, when Keefe D went to New York, if Eric Von Zip gave him the gun, why when he went to New York undercover and was wired, why didn't Keefe D ask Eric Von Zip on the wire, yo, where my money at? You know what I mean? You know, or where Puffy at? Because I need my money for doing that thing. You know what I mean? Why didn't he ask that? Or do they have any information in regards to that? Could that be something in that brown box? This is going to get very interesting because those are the things, like I said, once again, when you try to connect all of these pieces together, that would need to be connected. So, like I said, you know, we tell me what you guys think in the comments. If you really up on the situation and the information that they've put out so far, for the people that understand and know what I'm talking about, you know, comment and tell me what you guys think. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.